Hello and welcome to the cottage. My name is Hannah. I am your host for this crafty podcast where we cover knitting, crochet, sewing, and whatever I feel like throwing in. We're back. This is the February episode. Let's see what I have been working on. And actually, first we're gonna start with acquisitions, and let's do this. Okay, so I've got quite a few sort of acquisitions. So first up is this new set of needles from Nitpicks. It's their 8-inch double pointed needles in the US size 5, 3.75 millimeters. These are the Sunstruck. I was like, it's on here somewhere. Sunstruck wooden needles. So I got these for a very specific project, which involved this Patton's Grace yarn. It is a mercerized cotton. It is, I'd say, I don't know, it kind of goes back and forth a little bit between fingering and sport, but maybe closer to fingering than it is to sport. It was a very interesting yarn to work with, and it is in this bright pink color that they call Lotus. And the other yarn I got for this very special project is this very tan, beautiful, comfy fingering weight in the color Parchment, also from Nitpicks. And it is also a cotton, this is a cotton acrylic mix. So I got these 3 specifically because I was asked to make my first pair of knitted knockers. If you do not know what that is, they are basically, hope YouTube does not censor me for this, fake chest bits for women who have undergone breast cancer and surgery. Depending on their situation, sometimes they cannot get plastic surgery, and sometimes, but you still want to feel like yourself. And so this is, I think, a very beautiful and loving way to give back to these women who've undergone a very physical and emotional and mental battle. And I was asked to help a friend of a friend with this, and I feel very honored to be asked to do this, and I think it is a very special thing. I'm not going to show the finished objects. I did finish them. I'm getting all teared up over this, and I don't even know the person, but I'm not going to show them on here just because I feel like that's going to be their personal items. This is very personal items, so I don't want to show it on the internet, but I did want to talk about it. If it's something that you're interested in making, I will leave all the links to the official website. They're entirely based on voluntary donations, so if you'd like to make some and send them to the organization that helps connect women, or if you've been asked to do this honor for someone else, or you'd like to do this for yourself, they have all the resources on this website. It's just one of those things. I think it's just amazing, and I wanted to get that out there first. So like I said, I'll leave all the information down in the description box, and if you can't find it in the description box, it will be on my blog. So let's get that emotional bit out of the way. Acquisitions after that are all just as beautiful but just as fun in their own special way. So I also got, since I was ordering from Nitpicks, I ordered a lot. I got a big box. The only thing for myself in here though is this stroll tweed. It's a fingering weight. It's in the colorway Forest Heather, and I really want to make some socks out of this. I just finished some socks, but I'm trying to be more mindful about my socks, and I wanted something a little more cozy kind of thing. So hopefully this will do. Honestly, you know what? This would go really good together as like a, because this is the leftovers. It's like a heel and toe. This is, I'm liking this. This might be an idea. The other thing I got is a ton of wool that Andy's worsted in the Shire Heather. Now, if you watched last month, then you'll be like, Hannah, didn't you just, like, weren't you working on a sweater in this? Yes. Yes, I am. And I got another sweaters quantity of the exact same yarn. And you may be wondering, why, Hannah? Well, my sister saw my Galway sweater that I was working on, and she was like, I want that same sweater. And I was like, great, what color do you want it in? And she goes, the exact same color. I was like, so you want to be matching twins? And she's like, we live hundreds of miles apart. No one's gonna see us in it together. And I was like, okay, sure, why not? We're like in our 30s, let's be matching. And speaking of my Galway sweater, I finished it finally. This is the finished object. It's all sewn together with lots of ends that I still need to weave in. It is so comfy and cozy though. It fits perfectly. I love everything about this. The details, I just like, this is such an underrated detail, but this purling in stockinette on the sleeves and the side of the sweater, it's like, it's a spot that no one sees, but I just think it's such a cool detail. And I love the way it sits. I love how long it is. The collar to me is perfect for layering with collars like this. I've got quite a bit of pointed shirts, button-up shirts like this. I've got quite a few shirt dresses that are like this, so I love that I can layer this with all of those, but it can also just stand up on its own. It's very much its own sweater. I did take it for a test run the other day as far as like wearing it after I finished sewing it up, because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be on Zoom, no one's gonna see the ends. I'm wearing this sweater. It was so much fun. I love the collar on this. It's just super cozy. It's like the perfect height. I don't know, like everything. It's the perfect opening. I don't know, for better lack of a word. The other thing that I really liked was the body is knit very square. So there's no decreases for any waist shaping or anything like that. The only decreases you do are for the arm bits. And I apologize if you hear my dogs moving around in their house. They're banished right now because I'm filming. But what was I saying? Oh, yes. So it's knit very square, but because it has so much, it has a lot of stretch for so many cables, which I'm very happy about actually. But it like waist shaped itself, which was great. I thought it was gorgeous. I just loved it. It was so cool. But yes, so I finished mine. I still have to weave in the ends. I don't think I'm gonna block it. I don't think it really needs any blocking. Like I said, I took it for a test run and it was a dream. It was so cozy. We're in February now, so we've got a little bit of winter left, depending on which forecasts you follow, but this is gonna be like a lifetime sweater, so I am just overjoyed. I did have the intention when I started knitting this to wear it on a trip to Ireland, hence Galway and the very, what I imagine, very Irish green. It's not quite a Kelly green, but I feel like it's still a very Irish green. Whenever we get to travel again and I get to take this to Ireland, you will see some epic pics on my Instagram. So that is acquisitions and a finished object. Yes, it is. So quite a lot there. There's no rhyme or reason to this, so let's just keep going. To kind of also coincide with with this yarn, like I said, I finished it, but where I ordered it from, I had to order 4 skeins, and I only needed 1 for the knitted knockers. So I had 3.5 skeins left. So I was like, what am I gonna do with this? Well, some of my cousins are pregnant, and one of them is having a little girl, and while I personally do not love pink for little girls, most people do, so I'm going with the norm, I suppose, and I am working on the, let me make sure I get this, veggie patch cardigan. So it is a little baby sweater for my cousin, and I am pretty far into it. I'll probably finish it before the next podcast, but it's so cute. It's adorable. I want this in my size, but it does not go up in my size, so that's a little disappointing, but what can you do? It's got these stockinette rows and then these seed stitch rows, and it's just the way it lines up is so cute and just so perfect. And it really does look like little, like if you look at it, I don't know, like this, it does kind of look like little rows of vegetables where it's like, oh, you're just walking along the path and then here's like all the carrots and stuff. I don't know. I think it's super cute. I'm enjoying knitting it. It's very relaxing, very quick. It'll be a great little present once it's done, and even though it's pink, I'm still enjoying it. The yarn is so soft, which is probably why they select it for the knitted knockers, but it's turning out pretty cute. So let's see here. I also finished my massive socks, my knee-length socks. These were so much fun to make. They took me quite a while, but this one was definitely just like enjoy the process. But now I can enjoy the finished product, and I love it. Again, ends. I'm the worst at weaving in ends, especially with socks. Sometimes I'll just like let them dangle around in there for who knows how long. These fit like a glove, and yes, I do have 2 because I was knitting them 2 at a time. So I've got a full pair of faded knee-high socks with all my scrappy leftovers, and I love them. They're perfect right now. They go above my boots. I have these like high riding boots that I like to wear a lot during the winter and fall, and these go above that, so they're like perfect. They're perfect. They keep my feet toasty warm. They keep my legs warm when it's cold here. I will possibly make some more of these, especially because they're scrappy, so it uses up a lot of yarn, which is great. And then if you have a beady eye, you probably notice there is a change of background. It's a very unique change of background. So this is also a project that I've been working on. This is a quilt for my mom. So she picked out all the fabric and the pattern and everything. So this is the front. This is everything that I pieced together. That is finished. This is going to be the backing fabric, and that is actually my project for the rest of today, is to clear out the living room of as much furniture as I can, spread it out and sit there and pin it together so I can start quilting everything together. That is definitely a labor of love, but she's my mommy and she's worth it. I think that's all for today. I know I did talk about doing a what I sewed in 2021 video. If y'all still want that, please leave a comment. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. I will leave links to everything that I talked about down below and or on my blog. You can find me on Instagram as Hannah's Catch-All Cottage, and you can find me on Ravelry as KetsyGirl33. I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed today and enjoyed all my ramblings, and I hope you have a wonderful February. I will see you in March.